Good afternoon, students. So today we are going to start a new topic, combustion. Okay, so it is a new term. Okay, new term. Mostly this term is also called burning. As for example, burning of fuel is also known as combustion of fuel. Okay, so there is no difference between combustion and burning, only the term has been changed. Okay, only the term has been changed. So you have observed various things burning around you. As for example, when you lit a gas stove, okay, it will burn. And how it is burning? What is the phenomena? Okay, what is the reason that it is burning? Okay, in the similar way, okay, when you try to burn it when there is wind, okay, that means the speed of the wind is more, it will deflate. Okay, another important thing, to burn something you add some fuel. Fuel means either kerosene, either ghee, either petroleum. Okay, you can add various things, or even to burn thing, that means to burn wood, to burn charcoal, to burn cloth. We use different types of things. That means for burning, various things are required. Various components are required. Okay, for burning things, it's not only that to burn things, only one substance is needed. We have various substances. So we are going to talk about these all components. So first of all we will come to know what do you mean by combustion. So the process in which a substance combined chemically with oxygen, that means the process by which a substance in which a substance burn chemically, that means a chemical reaction is important. You must have studied about physical change and chemical change. Okay, so burn chemically with oxygen, or air, and which evolves heat and light. Okay, so combustion means the process in which a substance burn or chemically combined with oxygen or air, that evolves heat and light, and heat and light is evolved. That means after burning, what do we get? We get heat and light. Okay, so the process in which a substance chemically combined with oxygen and air, that evolves heat and light, is called combustion. Okay, so combustion are basically two types. Number one is combustible substance, the substance which burns with oxygen. Okay, burns in the presence of oxygen are called combustible substances, whereas the substance which do not burn are called non-combustible substances. So two terms. Now let's talk about that two terms. So we have number one, combustible substance. Okay, combustible substance. Okay, those substance which burn with oxygen. Okay, burn in air or oxygen, air or oxygen is called combustible substances. That means those substances which burn in air and oxygen. There are various things which burn in air and oxygen. As for example, we have coal, we have wood, okay, we have clothes. They all burn in presence of air and oxygen. As we all know that oxygen is present in the air. Okay, so we are mentioning oxygen, oxygen, oxygen in each and every terms. So the main gas which help in burning is known as oxygen. The main gas is oxygen. Okay, if there is a lack of oxygen, that means the substance will not burn easily. Okay, for example, petrol, LPG, kerosene, wax, paper. Example, we have petrol, LPG, kerosene, wax, clothes. Okay, we have paper also, we have wood. Okay, that means you can include everything which burns, everything which burns. Okay, so example, we have petrol, LPG, kerosene, wax, clothes, paper, wood, coal, etc. Another term, another word is non-combustible substances. So what do you mean by this? As we have written non, so we can simply say the substance which do not burn, which do not burn in the presence of do not burn in air is called non-combustible substances. Okay, example, we have various examples which do not burn in air. Okay, example, we have water, glass, steel. Have you seen water burning? No, it doesn't burn. Glass, it doesn't burn, it melts. Okay, at certain temperature, it doesn't burn. That is another thing. Melting and burning is another thing. Then we have steel also, it doesn't burn. Okay, at certain temperature, it melts and again mold into different things. So there are various substances which do not burn in air, is called non-combustible substances. Example, we have water, glass, steel, etc. Then another term is supporters of combustion. That means to combust, to burn, we need support. Support means, let me explain you this thing. Basically, we have two types of things for burning. Number one, as we all know, as we have talked, air or oxygen. Okay, a substance which helps combustion is called supporter of combustion. That means the substance which helps in burning or is called supporter of combustion. As for example, right now we have a air, but we don't have any substance. As for example, if I don't have any burning material, okay, burning material is also a substance. Burning material means wood, coal. Okay, we have air present in atmosphere, but it doesn't mean that everything burns directly. We have certain criteria for that. For example, during the combustion of carbon, oxygen is the supporter for combustion. That means when carbon is burned, as for example, take coal. Coal is a form of carbon. Okay, coal is a form of carbon, and it burns with the help of oxygen. Not even coal. As for example, wood. Wood also burns with the help of oxygen. Okay, then we have suppose say kerosene, or you can write cloth also. This also burns with the help of oxygen. So this is the burning material. This is the burning material. Coal, wood, kerosene, or the combustible substances are all burning substances. These all supports burning. And what is the thing which helps in burning? Oxygen. Okay, without oxygen, nothing is burnt. Okay, without oxygen and carbon dioxide, nothing is burnt, and even carbon dioxide also in some cases. In some cases. Okay, as for example, if wood is burning, okay, if you put fire, if you put water, or if you cover the wood or the burning things with sand, okay, that means what will happen? You are stopping the flow of oxygen there. You are stopping the flow of oxygen. So what will happen in that case? The things will stop burning. The things will stop burning. That is because we are cutting the support of combustion material. Okay, we are just cutting the supply. Supply can be anything, either coal or oxygen, wood, oxygen, kerosene, oxygen. So for a substance to burn, it needs a material, it needs a substance, and substance can be coal, wood, kerosene, cloth, okay, anything. So it's not that as for example, this is a wood, okay, the pencil is a wood, and yes, oxygen is present in the atmosphere, but still it is not burning. Why? Because it needs certain temperature. It needs certain temperature to burn. Okay, so that is called ignition temperature. That is called ignition temperature. Ignition temperature. So what do you mean by ignition temperature? Ignition temperature means the lowest temperature up to which a substance must be needed before it catches fire. That means the lowest temperature. Okay, that means the lowest temperature up to which a substance must be heated. Okay, not needs to, must be heated to catch fire. Is called ignition temperature. As for example, as I have given you the example of the wood. Okay, we have atmosphere, we have burning material also, but to burn this pencil, it must be heated. Okay, it must acquire a ignition temperature. That means it must be heated to certain temperature. Only then it will burn. As for example, some material, as for example, matchstick. Matchstick, when we rub a matchstick, okay, it will burn. That means we are applying some temperature, applying some heat there, okay, by rubbing it. After that only it will catch a fire. Okay, so the lowest temperature up to which a substance must be heated before it catches fire is called ignition temperature. It is also called kindling temperature. It is also called kindling temperature. That means this ignition temperature must, you can say that it must happen to cause a fire, and each and every material, they have different ignition temperature. As for example, for wood, okay, we have to heat it more, whereas for paper we don't have to heat much. Okay, so we have different ranges. Example, we have LPG, kerosene, petrol, etc. They are all examples. Okay, a substance having low ignition temperature catches fire easily. So it depends upon its chemical nature. That means ignition temperature depends upon its chemical nature. Okay, so we have different ignition temperature, and the substance which has the lowest ignition temperature is the LPG. Okay, LPG gases catches fire easily, whereas wood doesn't catches fire or paper doesn't catches fire easily, but LPG catches fire easily. Okay, so this was all about ignition temperature. So now let's talk about condition for the combustion or burning. As told, condition means what are the conditions? So basically we have two conditions. Number one is the burning material, presence of combustible substances. Okay, condition for burning. So basically we have two conditions for burning. Number one is presence of a combustible substance. Presence of combustible substance. Okay, that means if there is no combustible substance, there is no condition of burning. Okay, and presence of supporter of combustion. Number two, presence of supporter of combustion. So basically we have two types. Okay, that means presence of combustible substance, basically it is air. It is air, or you can say oxygen. And supporter of combustion, wood, charcoal, or you can simply write coal, paper, etc. So basically we need two types of things. Number one, presence of combustible substances, which is mostly air present in the atmosphere, and presence of supporter of combustion, that is wood, coal and paper. If any one of this is removed, the things will not burn. Take an example of a candle only. Okay, when you burn a candle, it will burn easily in the presence of atmosphere, but when you cover it, what will happen? You are cutting the supply of air and oxygen there, so it will stop burning. Similarly, if there is a fire in your, what you can say, if you are just putting a fire, and if you cover it with something, that means if you remove all the supporters, that means if you remove all the combustion material, remove wood, remove charcoal, separate it, what will happen? It will stop burning. Okay, that means you are cutting the, what you can say, you are cutting the substances which helps in burning. Okay, which helps in burning. So this was the two conditions for the combustion of burning. Okay, so we have another thing, that is initial heating to bring the combustion substance to its igniting temperature. Okay, igniting temperature is very much important. Okay, as it was explained, as I have explained you, taking a wood and taking a matchstick and taking a paper also. Okay, so ignition temperature in these three is the lowest temperature which catches fire. As for example, you have just burned crackers, okay, in Diwali, Fuljari. So what happens to that Fuljari? What you do? It doesn't catch fire. You heat it in with a candle or with a lamp. Okay, and when the lowest temperature, when it reaches, that means when it reaches the igniting temperature, then it starts burning. Before that, it will not burn. So it requires a certain heat to burn. Okay, and that is called ignition temperature.